You bastard! Oh! Oh, corpse!
All rise. Court for the District of London is in session. Honorable Judge Transius presiding. All having business before this honorable court, draw near, give attention, and you shall be heard. You may be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this case involved the murder of Miss Sheila Michaelis, who was found dead in the car of Peter Morrison. Miss Katniss Middleford and Mr. Adrian Middleford are the defendants. And the Michaelis family is the plaintiff. Are both sides ready?
Ready for prosecution, Your Honor.
Ready for the defense, Your Honor.
Will the clerk please swear the jury?
Will the jury please stand and raise your right hand? To each of you swear that you will fairly try the case before this court and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and instructions of the court. So help you God. Please say, I do.
I do.
You may be seated.
Your Honor, lady and gentlemen, the jury. The defendants have been charged with a serious crime of homicide. The evidence will show that Miss Sheila Michaelis was brutally murdered 21st of October 2012 in a vehicle owned by Peter Morrison. On that same day, both Katniss and Adrian Middleford were caught running from the scene of the crime. At the end of that day, they were brought into custody.
Is the plaintiff's attorney ready for the opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Miss Sheila Michaelis before the incident. Beautiful, young, innocent. And this is she, a sin in the incident. Her eyes were gouged. Her hands were stitched with a newspaper. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is it within your conscience to let the perpetrator escape without giving justice to the death of this poor girl?
Your Honor, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, under the law, my clients are presumed innocent until proven guilty. During this trial, you will hear no real evidence against my client. You will come to know the truth that Miss Katniss and Mr. Adrian Middleford were merely blamed for the incident, and therefore my clients are not guilty.
The plaintiff may call his first witness.
Plaintiff calls the car owner.
Masyado mabilis dun eh. Dela, sumunod ka. Huwag mo na sabihin yung kristal, nakatayo ka.
Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Please state your last and first name.
Peter Morrison.
You may be seated.
Mr. Morris, di mo na sa baba mag-ibig na.
I'm aware of your past relation with the Middleton. You were their personal driver for many years, and you have known every family member from both the Middleton and the McCabe, right?
Yes. As a matter of fact, both have treated me as a part of their family.
From those many years of working for their family, haven't you heard them talking about getting rich?
Yes, kita I have.
So you actually heard them talking about getting rid of the Michaelis.
Objection, Your Honor. The counsel is leading and coaching the witness.
Your Honor, this question is preliminary only to move us quickly at the matters at hand.
Overruled!
So you did hear them talking about getting rid of Miss Michaelis.
Yes.
No further questions.
Does the defendant's attorney wish to examine the witness?
October 2012, 8:45 a.m. The corpse of Miss Sheila Michaelis was discovered in your vehicle. Am I correct?
Yes.
What time do you usually start to travel?
Approximately 6 in the morning.
I see. So for almost 3 hours, you haven't noticed that there is actually a cold corpse at the back of your van? For God's sake! Are you that stupid?
Objection, Your Honor. The defendant is harassing the witness.
You are known as a haughty younger and a drunkard in your neighborhood. Besides, the night before the incident, you were seen half drunk before you traveled.
Yes, but it's...
Since Miss Michaelis was already inside your vehicle before the accused arrived, wouldn't that prove that the incident was merely coincidental?
I guess so.
So you see, anyone from that time could be coincidentally riding with the victim. That proves that Miss Katniss and Mr. Adrian Middleford can be just merely blamed for that accusation. Now, the fact that my clients run from the crime of the scene is just a manifestation of every man's initial reaction. No further questions asked, Your Honor.
The prosecution may call its next witness.
Prosecution calls on the father of the victim and the accused.
Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Please state.
I'm Pierre Middleford.
You may be seated.
Everybody might be aware of the past relationship of Mr. Pierre Middleford to Mrs. Kirsten Michaelis. 20 years ago, he secretly had an affair and that obviously resulted in Michelle Michaelis, who was earlier announced dead. Would you tell us your whole love story and how, by the way, did you cope up with such situation considering that both children from both families?
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecution has no right to partake with the witness's personal affairs.
Objection sustained.
It's okay. Well, it all started the parents' assembly.
Yes, we're ready here. I'll save you a seat, okay? Yes, yes. I love you too. Bye. Tempest, Ada. Daddy's gonna be here any moment. Be on your best behavior, okay? Okay, let's go.
Other both parts. So, your time is devoted to both your children.
Yes.
So, it means that this unlawful act of murder is a mere product of jealousy.
Mr. John Richmond.
Mr. Richmond, how long have you known Miss Miguelis?
I've known her since our first year.
Aware of the family situation the Miguelis and reports have?
Yes.
Have you noticed any disturbance from both sides, specifically pertaining to Miss Katniss Middleport, Mr. Adrian Middleport, and Miss Shyla Miguelis?
Yes.
It's the three of us.
The three of us have known each other for some years. I can really tell that there is something wrong between them.
What are those disturbances?
Well, for some reason, Katniss bears a deep hatred towards Shyla. I can often hear her say that if it wasn't for the Miguelis, it's more.
I see. Based on my resources,
Dito ka kunin mo
Miss
si Tanya.
Katniss Middleport has a deep admiration for you. Is that true?
Yes, but it's more than an admiration. I actually think it's an obsession.
An obsession, you say. What can you prove to... You bastard! How can you embarrass me in front of all these people?
You son of a bitch! You have no right to do that to my sister!
Order in the court! Due to the act of violence, I will certainly adjourn this trial. The continuation of the trial will be held the day after tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. I told you not to listen. Look what you've done. You've only made it worse. If you think I would just sit there and watch as the damn shot insult my sister like what you do, you're wrong. So stop shouting at me, Mom.
Will you please stop? These fights are all shit! makakabuti.
Well, I know that they both have love affairs with Sean. Wait, you talked about Sean? Yeah, Sean.
Why?
It's just that
What?
I don't like you. I'm in love with somebody else.
What happened next? Did Sheila say yes? No. You misunderstood. Please just answer my questions. Alright. After that, I don't know exactly what happened. That's all I know. I see. Thanks.
Wish to continue the interrogation?
No need, Your Honor.
Mr. Richmond. But based on my resources, the Michaelises and the Middle Fords don't know much about your relationship. Wouldn't that imply that it was simply a one-sided love?
No, we love each other very much. There, ask the victim's mother. She knows that I've courted her daughter for years, and we share a deep affection towards each other.
Well, no further questions asked, Your Honor.
The prosecution may call on their next witness.
The prosecution calls on the victim's mother.
This is Mrs. Kirsten Michaelis. All her life, she had been treated the woman she never really was. She had been neglected by the man she truly loved. And now, she had been neglected by the man she truly loved. And now, her sweet little daughter was atrociously killed by the people who she thought was her family.
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecution is accusing my client without further evidences.
Sustained.
Now, Miss Michaelis, how did the middle court treat you after they knew your affiliation with Mr. Middle?
I didn't actually experience any treatment. And if that ever happened, I'll gladly get used to it. Do you know what I can take? I can take the way they act towards my daughter. She didn't do anything to you!
Okay, let's not get carried away. What do you mean by the way they act towards your daughter?
Well,
Sheila? Why? What happened? Sheila? What happened? Sheila, what happened? That Red Middleford kid again, right? Just ignore her, okay? She's just envious of you. There, smile, darling. I'll always be here for you. Mom will always be here for you.
So you're saying that from the start, the Middlefords were already mistreating your daughter? Yes. No further questions.
Do you wish to cross-examine the witness, Attorney Phillips?
Yes, Your Honor. Mrs. Kirsten Michaelis, you had a relation with Mr. Bear Middleford. Do you know that he actually has a wife and children? Wouldn't that mean that you, in fact, deserve the treatment that the Middlefords have been showing you?
Objection, Your Argumentative. The counsel is arguing with the witness instead for asking for facts.
That's the testimony of the witness.
Overruled.
yes! I knew from the start that he has a family. I tried to break up with him when I learned about it, but I couldn't help it. I was already with Sheila by the time, and I don't want her to be deprived of father.
That's all, Your Honor.
Chairman may call on the next witness. The defendant wishes to call Adrian Middleford to the witness box.
So, Adrian, how much do you know about Sheila?
Sheila? I didn't kill Sheila. I didn't. But I could be right. I could be. I couldn't do that to Sheila.
That's all, Your Honor.
Attorney Loliet, Do you wish to cross-examine the defendant?
Cross-examine? Are you dumb? My son is there in your witness box. Crying and behaving like some innocent kid. And you will let it be?
Order in the court!
It's alright. I don't want to cross-examine, by the way.
The defense may call us next week.
Your Honor, unfortunately, the defense witnesses cannot make it today. Would you mind to conduct a recess?
Kindly give me a legitimate reason. Why would I do that?
She'll be of great help to know more about Adrian's behavior.
Alright then. We'll adjourn this trial. Continuation will be the day after tomorrow, 9 a.m. Adjourn!
I'll just go find them.
I told you I won't.
Brooke Faulkner,
Yes.
may I have a few talk with you?
No! No! I can't take this anymore! She's driving me mad!
Who's she?
Seeing Mr. Adrian's behavior, what do you think is his solution?
Well, being the doctor of the victim's family for decades, I've known of Adrian's condition as psychosis.
Psychosis? So what exactly is his psychosis?
People with this kind of condition often have false belief about what is taking place or who one is. Sometimes he takes blame for something, even if he has nothing to do with it.
I see. So it means that Mr. Adrian might be blaming himself for the murder of Miss Jayla without even doing it himself.
Yes, that's exactly what psychosis is.
No further questions asked.
Does the prosecution wish to cross-examine?
Yes, Miss Bennett. All right, Miss Bennett. How long have you been a psychologist? For almost 21 years. So you know that a person with psychosis couldn't tell things which they didn't experience, see, or learn, don't you? Yes. Unless a person actually heard of or experiences such a thing, it will not come to the test of his memory. Thus, he won't be able to interpret it. So unless Adrian saw what really happened during the murder, he wouldn't be able to tell the court about it, right? Yes. And since he was able to tell some parts of the story, it means that he was there at the crime scene as it was happening. No further questions, Your Honor.
The defense calls Ramos. This happens to the court.
Order in the court!
Raise your right hand.
So, Miss Middleford, why were you in the crime scene?
Mom, we'll be back right after. Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Honey, don't forget to decide.
Mom, seriously?
Okay, fine. Just take care of yourselves.
Bye, Mom.
Unfair! I didn't do anything. In any way we look at it, she's still my sister.
So, when you got in the vehicle, did you see Shayla sitting there at the back?
No! It was merely a coincidence.
No further questions?
Does the prosecution wish to cross-examine the accused?
Miss Middleton, you were seen running at the crime scene according to the autopsy. The only fingerprints found were on hands. You don't practically believe that you're innocent.
Fingerprints? No! I didn't know she was dead at that very moment, so I held her in the house.
So you mean that Shaila's dead body walked over and fixed itself on the vent? That's the most ridiculous thing I could ever think of.
No! You misunderstood!
That's all you know.
Does the prosecution have any other witness?
I'm here.
The prosecution presents Mr. Brooke Faulkner. So, Mr. Faulkner, you said you saw the bullet. Is this face familiar to you?
Yes. That boy.
Did you also see her in the crime scene?
No. I didn't see her there.
What? Look again!
You already said it. I didn't see her there.
But she is inside the van. She is with their brother. They were both in the crime scene.
Then? No. Not the van.
What do you mean not the van?
I already said it.
It's not the van.
What are you saying? Do you really witness what happened?
Go down there.
Come down? How could he come down? Two of his children were being accused of killing somebody who was unfortunate, also his child.
Take back what you said. Or else.
Or else what?
Order in the court! Unless our people here arrive to their senses, we will have a 10-minute recess.
Whoa!
Adrian? Adrian, where are you? Adrian!
Mom? What happened?
I was on my way back here when suddenly the lights went off.
Due to the sudden turn of events, I hereby adjourn this trial. Why? Something happened?
Wait, who was the person who screamed? John? What happened here? Who did this?
Who, you say? Why? When you're the one who did this?
Me? Are you dimwitted?
The person who screamed.
Brooke Faulkner was found dead in the office.
Dead? Now that your soul and star witnesses dead, who didn't give justice to your daughter?
We still don't have enough evidence, so I hereby adjourn this trial. The verdict will be given exactly 2 days from now at 9 o'clock a.m.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen of this jury, for 5 days, we have witnessed the mystery behind the petrified death of Miss Shirley McKays. How the evidence showed the discourtesy of the middle courts to the McKays. Now, I would like to ask you again the question that I left you 5 days ago. Is it within your conscience to let the perpetrator escape without giving justice to the death of Miss Porter?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, although from these past few days, emotional statements were heard and justified, still, those wouldn't be sufficient to verify the plaintiff's accusation. Think of it. There was no weapon found in the crime scene which links to my clients. As the jury yourselves, will sheer emotions affect your decision over those innocent children?
Will the jury, 4% please stand. Has the jury reached unanimous verdict? The jury finds the defendant guilty for a serious crime of homicide. They are bound to a lifetime imprisonment or reclusion perpetual.
Stop! I'm the murderer.
What?
I've been hiding this for days, but I can't let my innocent children take blame for my action. Shyla's been a good girl, but...
Shyla, this is Miss M. Can you meet me near the bus station? Sure thing, Mrs. M.
I know you know something about my own secret.
You have the right to know, Mrs. M.
After I killed her, I set her body at the rear part of the van. It was really coincidental that Adrian and Candice were there. You can bring over for the sake of your little secret?
Secret? It's not a secret anymore. God gave you many options. How dim-witted are you to choose someone inferior than me?
Don't say bad things about me. And besides, you have no right to be mad about me, since you did the same thing.
Stop! Please stop! Stop! She has nothing to do with this! Dad, do something about this!
She's not the killer. You see, these past few days, I conducted my own investigation about the untimely death of Miss Sheila McKays. Aren't you wondering why Mr. Brooke Faulkner's statement is? He calls himself the star witness, and yet he said that the crime didn't occur in a van, which from the very start was the actual crime scene.
Wait! Dad, what are you talking about?
Adrian, would you mind to sing us your lullaby?
About the sinister woods, hunter caught the weasel. The weasel raised the white flag, but still the hunter killed the weasel.
Throughout the trial, I've noticed that Adrian was singing the same thing over and over again. The song has a little significance in the incident. In the song Sinister Woods, it pertains to a horse, which is the actual scene of the crime. Hunter pertains to the murder.
Would you guess who it is?
What the heck does that lullaby has to do with the pursuit?
Where were you when Mr. Brooke Faulkner was arrested?
I was...
already on my way home when Katniss unexpectedly appeared and attacked me.
Can anyone support your alibi?
Yes, Mrs. Michaelis. I told her that I already need to go home because I had to do an errand for my mother.
And what is this errand that you say?
What's up with these questions?
You made a little background checking, and your so-called mother actually passed.
What?
You mother is not other than short.
Me? Look, would I do this to my own self? Listen here, she's my girlfriend, and I won't do anything to harm her.
19th of October, 6 p.m. That was the day when you confessed your love to Sheila Michaelis, right?
Yeah, so what? Every girl craves for me, and every man wants to be me.
I'm sorry, Shem, but I just can't repay your admiration. I'm sorry. Sounds funny. I'm sorry, Shem, but I just can't repay your admiration. Oh my God!
Adrian! Adrian!
Alright. It was me. You should have seen the face that night when I took the precious life from her.
right thing. You deprived Sean. First of all, you deprived us. How could you?
Revenge, 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 revenge. She loves me. 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 She loves me.
The whistle kills the hunter.